Yo, what's going on, guys? Crispy Flakes here. Welcome to Extra Crispy. For today's video, we are reacting to power ranking every NBA team's 3-year window. So obviously this is very tough to do because like 3 years in the NBA world is so long. Like, think about what the NBA looked like 3 years ago, right, man? So it's really tough to do, but at the same time, you can kind of base your rankings off of, the assets that teams have right now, kind of like what historically they've done free agency-wise and NBA draft-wise, and yeah, I think at that point you can come together with like at least like a decent, somewhat sort of window. Really, the big thing here that you can't include is, for one, guys that come out of nowhere in the draft. Obviously we don't know what type of trades are going on and stuff like that, man, but you can still get it's a fun idea at least, right? So let's check this out and see where our favorite basketball team is ranked. Pistons better be a top 10 team if we get Cade. We got the San Antonio Spurs, at 30. This one, I actually kind of do agree with, man. The Spurs are really just kind of getting out of that like mediocre, we have the veterans, we have the young guys, we don't really know what we are phase. I think they're really going full on rebuild. And they got a lot of good pieces in Keldon Johnson and DeJounte Murray, but obviously in the next 3 seasons, they'll probably be bad at least over the next few seasons, so maybe they get themselves a top pick in the draft, and that can really change the course of the team. But yeah, I would say based off of what they have right now, they don't really have like that guy that you look at like that is like the future superstar. Keldon Johnson, I think, is great. But I do think his ceiling is like a second option on a championship team. I don't think he'd be the best player on a championship team, right? And that's if everything really works out good for him. Next up, we got the Orlando Magic at 29. Yeah, another team going in full-on rebuild. You might say that, like, asset-wise, they got a few better things going on for them compared to the Spurs and having, like, Cole Anthony and stuff. But they've kind of been a little bit worse than the Spurs for, like, a season or two now. As far as, like, I guess this previous season is, like, when they really sold away all their assets, right? So you might say they're, like, a year ahead of the Spurs is probably the best way of putting it as far as, like, the full-on rebuild mode goes. We got the OKC Thunder at 28. Yeah, I'm very curious what happens with this team over the next few seasons, because Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is, like, in my opinion, a future, like, top 5 point guard in the NBA, like, in the future, right? Well, maybe shooting guard, depends what position he decides to play. When it's all said and done, right now he's considered a shooting guard, I guess. But so many draft picks, so we'll see what happens with those. I love Dort, I love Pokusevski, like, those guys are really nice. I liked Moses Brown, but they got rid of him, so we'll see what happens there. Alrighty, next up we got the Cleveland Cavaliers at 27. I do think they have a pretty bright future, especially I don't really know who they're going to get in the draft, but we really don't know what's going to happen to Colin Sexton also, but I love Darius Garland. Okoro, I still think is going to be a great player. Jarrett Allen, hopefully they keep him around, so we'll kind of see. 26, we got the Houston Rockets, so they're probably going to get Jalen Green. And they got Christian Wood, they got Kevin Porter Jr., who looks like a future most improved player, probably my candidate for next season. So, I mean, yeah, I would say this Houston Rockets team, like, they could sneak out of, nowhere and really become a good team over the next 3 seasons. We'll kind of see what happens, though, man. I think a lot of it's going to be chemistry and just kind of working out that guard lineup with Kevin Porter and assuming they get Jalen Green. 25, we got the Detroit Pistons. How y'all bitch asses got Detroit at 25? Bro, we are the most disrespected team in the NBA, man. Not only do we have the first pick, which is going to be Cade, but you got, okay, in Cade's comparison is Luka Doncic, by the way. Luka's done the first few seasons for the Dallas Mavericks. Are they 25th best team? No, man. Way better than that. We got 2 all-rookie players, Isaiah Stewart and Sadiq Bey. And Killian Hayes, like, I mean, I know casuals don't know this, but towards the end of the season, he was playing pretty damn good basketball, man. This is ridiculous, bro. We got the number one. You really think in the next 3 years, Detroit's still going to be bottom feeding the NBA with that team? Hell no, man. I'm disgusted by this, bro. Disgusted. I want to go throw up. Number 24, we got Minnesota Timberwolves. They have, like, the highest ranked offense towards, like, the last, like, part of the NBA season. They'll be much better, in my opinion. Man, now I got a salty taste in my mouth, man. Salty flakes up in here, bro. Not to mention they got Anthony Edwards, who also top pick, right? It's like these picks are going to make them better teams. Not always the case. I'm actually looking at one of them right now in Cat that hasn't really taken the T-Wolves anywhere, but I still think they're on a good path. Portland Trailblazers 23. Now Damian's gone. And this is why, okay, this is what I don't like about this ranking right here, man. Like, this is assuming Damian stays. Like, so that's essentially meaning that you think the Portland Trailblazers are going to win the championship next season. Because if they have a bad season and Damian does stay, he's gone after that season. And after that, it's full-on rebuild mode, man. Full-on. So, I mean, Yeah, I can't really see how you have Portland at 23 unless you think they're going to win the damn championship and keep Damian happy this next NBA season. 22, we got the Washington. Oh my God. Yo, Beal is requesting a trade to all 29 other teams. Russell Westbrook's going to be gone. And they're 20. Okay. Wow, man. So I guess Denny Avila and Rui Hachimura is better than Cade Cunningham, Sadiq Bey, and Isaiah Stewart. Or Karl Anthony Towns, Anthony Edwards, and D'Lo. Sacramento Kings at 21. You know what? To be quite honest, between Tyrese Halliburton and De'Aaron Fox, I support this. I think they could actually be better. The reason they're probably not higher on this list is there's a lot of, questions in the front court, right? Rashad Holmes gone. Marvin Bagley probably traded. So, yeah, we'll see, though. Number 20, Chicago Bulls. Yeah, I mean, Vucevic, Vucevic, I think, is going to have a lot better season for the next season. Zach LaVine's great. Patrick Williams, obviously, I think Pat Williams will be a most improved player candidate, too, bro, to be honest. I'm still wondering if, Bulls fans are still cool with the Vucevic trade, if they would have, rather kept the draft picks at this point. But we'll see, man. I think they might end up, I think they're going to get somebody sneaky good in the free agency. I think they might end up being the guys that get Lonzo Ball. I really do. 19, Indiana Pacers. Yeah, I'm not quite sure about the Pacers because I feel like if they have injury issues again this season or they don't live up to their own personal expectations, we're already hearing Miles Turner being traded a lot, but at that point you could hear about, Brogdon's already been in trade offers for Ben Simmons. Sabonis could be up next. We don't really know here, TJ Warren. So over the next 3 seasons, unless this team really gets somebody or goes above and beyond average, then I can see them going in full-on rebuild in the next 3 seasons. Charlotte Hornets, I like what they're doing. They need a center. Hopefully they get Rashawn Holmes or somebody like that. Miles Bridges is cool. LaMelo Ball obviously is great. Gordon Hayward, I think that latter part of his contract's not going to be fantastic, but as of right now, he was pretty good when healthy. 17, wow, Golden State Warriors, man. They are next 3 seasons, really? Steph Curry is 32. He'll be 35. That jump shot's not going anywhere. Klay Thompson, we got somebody he's I Draymond Green. I think Draymond Green eventually will probably move on to a 6-man role for the Warriors. I really think that over time. And there's going to be I think there's a lot of players, a lot of all-star caliber players that are younger that would be yeah, I'll be the main guy and Curry can be the second option as he gets older. I think that will completely work out. Now, for that to happen, you might see a guy like Draymond or Klay Thompson have to go to different teams, financially speaking. But Curry's going to be LeBron. He's going to be good till the day he decides to retire. Number 16, we got the Knicks. I actually got them a little higher, man. I would say the Knicks probably have top 12 ranking future. I love that team. I love what they're doing there. They're going to get a big name free agent. It's going to happen. I don't know who, but it's going to happen very soon because they now have a foundation. They now have an identity to the squad that I think a free agent would really embrace. 15, we got Pelicans. Love Zion. Still questioning if Ingram's the perfect 2 for him. I actually don't think Ingram's the perfect 2 for Zion. But, I was pretty disappointed with this team this previous season. But, new coaching now. They got Willie Green from out of Detroit, by the way. This is when we went to college at least. So, yeah. 14, Memphis Grizzlies. One of the most under-the-radar talented rosters in the NBA. Hopefully, Jaren Jackson can stay healthy. Number 13, Dallas Mavericks. Yeah. Luka is the new Steve Nash in the sense where no, he's not. Because I was going to say he makes his teammates better, but based off what I've been reading out here, a lot of players actually don't like playing with Luka, so maybe he's the anti-Steve Nash. But he's still really talented, and he's going to win some championships, so yeah, eventually. 76ers at 12. We got to see what happens to Ben Simmons. If they end up trading Ben Simmons and not getting much back for him, they get Kyle Lowry, that is going to kill this team. Because Kyle Lowry is old as hell, man. It'll be cool for a season, but over the next 3 seasons. We got the Clippers right here. If Kawhi Leonard leaves, this team is in trouble because they have no draft picks. They trade all their draft picks to get Paul George. So, I don't know, man. We got to see what happens to Kawhi, but the Clippers, not quite sure about their future, man, to be honest. Number 10, we got the Denver Nuggets. Yeah, especially the way Michael Porter's playing now, too. We got to see Jamal Murray when he gets healthy. But, yeah, Nuggets will be a top 10 team for the next few seasons, especially having the MVP and Jokic for sure. Number 9, we got the Miami Heat. I think another team that needs to land a free agent to really keep the top 10 ranking like that, because Jimmy Butler, I have a feeling Jimmy Buckets, his game's not going to age well. I really think so, man. At least offensively. I think until he retires, he'll always be a guy that can grab you rebounds, play defense, and make some plays for others, but the offense makes me nervous for Jimmy Butler. Number 8, we got the Toronto Raptors. Some big-time respect to them, but you look what they got going with Pascal, who I really like. They're going to get Jalen Suggs, probably. Fred VanVleet's cool. Love OG. They got a pretty bright future. I'm cool with that, man. Number 7, Atlanta Hawks. Yeah, I mean, this team exceeded my expectations, and they're only going to get better. They're so young. I'm curious what happens to John Collins if they re-sign him. Hopefully not to a max. I don't think he deserves that, but he's going to get a max from somebody, so assuming they can replace him and stuff, right? Number 6, we got the Boston Celtics. Yup, they still got the foundation of Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown. Now if they end up getting like Bradley Beal, that can really, catapult them even farther up this list. Number 5, we got the Utah Jazz. I'm a little worried that the Jazz, I think they're really always going to be a good regular season team with Gobert and Donovan Mitchell. But at what point, if they don't get it done in the playoffs, do they try something new out and maybe trade Gobert or somebody like that? You know what I'm saying? Number 4, we got the Lakers for the next 3 seasons. Yeah, because I'm guaranteed they're gonna end up getting some big star out there, right, man? And they still got AD, and obviously LeBron. But in 3 years, LeBron's gonna be 90. We got Phoenix Suns at 3. Yup, that team's amazing. I have no disagreement right there. Number 2, we got the Brooklyn Nets. Yeah, I mean, KD's only like 31. James Harden's not really that old. Kyrie Irving's not very old. Assuming those 3 stick together, they'll be a top team. In number 1, we got the Milwaukee Bucks. Just won the championship. You got Giannis. No surprises there, man. What do you guys think about these? Did you guys like this ranking? Mine would look totally different. I think some teams were really disrespected in this, and some other teams were kind of like, they were ranked higher, but we're like, well, is that team going to stick together? We'll see about that, man. But that's all we got for this video. Thank you all so much for watching. Be sure to drop that like, subscribe if you're new to the channel, and peace out, my friends.